ஒரு தொடர்பா இருக்குங்கிறதா வந்து காது கொண்டிருக்காங்க.
Okay, so good evening, everyone.
Evening.
And yeah, very good evening.
Very much.
Hope my voice is audible. Yes,
Yes, ma'am.
Yes,
yeah,
ma'am.
and the screen is visible. Yeah, the presentation I have shared just now is visible.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, okay. Thank you, thank you. Okay, so yeah, let's start our second session on environmental science. Yeah, can any one of you just give me a quick review what we have now like discussed in our last session? What are all the points we discussed about now with regards to environmental science? Yes, we'll have a quick review for 1 or 2 minutes, then we will continue. Yeah, yeah, anyone? You can send it as a chat as well. No one? Yes, please come on. Yeah, just the general points, no, we discussed, right? So what is the environment? What are all the things, no, like constitutes an environment? Yeah, type of pollution. Thank you, Anu. Type of pollution. And what else?
അമ്മ മരിച്ചുപോയി
Oh,
ചൈനയുടെ അപ്പൊ അത് ചൈനയുടെ കൂടെ വന്നേ അങ്കിള് മറ്റെന്തെങ്കിലും
Guys, please mute your audio. Please mute your audio. Make sure you're not unmuting it unless and otherwise you want to discuss with related to this topic. Okay, please mute your audio. Yes, sustainability. Yeah, type of pollution, sustainability, the environmental resources and everything, right? And what else? We saw yeah, the cycle of the resources or no, the cycle chain, the sustainability chain and everything. Okay, so yeah, let's continue. So today's topic, it would be about the natural resources. Okay, so what do you understand by natural resources? What is natural resources? So which is naturally available to us, right? So we are going to know, we are not going to manufacture or no, like produce, uh, no, with a human effort, we are not doing that. Okay. So it's naturally available. So that's what we call natural resources. No, like take state sun, no. So what is the natural resource we get from sun? Heat and light, right? And you get air and you get water and you get this soil, yes, and you get the forest, all the water resources, not only like lakes and seas or oceans, but other water resources as well, and the minerals, no, which is abundant, no, like in our earth's soil, right? So these are the natural resources, no, which is no like available to us. So we are going to discuss about that, and then if time permits, we will discuss about the main pollutants of our environment. Okay, so let's start. Okay, so these are the materials, natural resources. These are the materials or substances occurring in nature. It is available in nature that are essential for human survival and economic activity. So they form the very foundation of civilization, providing everything we need to thrive, and they are the nature's gift that support life and economic activities on Earth. So in the olden days, I mean, no, like when, no, like slowly when humans, no, were evolving from Neanderthal and everything, no, they were evolving as a human, right? And they started using their sixth sense, and no, like slowly they started migrating from dense forest to water resources, right? Like rivers and no, like lakes or sea, wherever. So they were no like migrating as groups, and why they chose no like water as their settlement area, the area, no, that the location near a water resource as their settlement area, because they considered water as the main source of everything for survival, for cultivation, for no like for everything, no, even for the cattle, no, like they used to know like take with them. whatever it is, like they used to tame the animals, right? And so for everything, water is needed for washing, for cooking, and everything. Like water was needed. So that's why if you take the history, the greatest civilizations, so those were established on the river banks. Take Egypt. Egypt is an oldest civilization, and Harappan civilization, oldest civilization, Mesopotamian civilization, Chinese civilization. Take all these, like the mega civilizations, no. So take all these civilizations. Where did they establish? I mean, where they were, like rooted. If you see Egyptian civilization, it all arised from the river banks of Nile, because for them Nile is everything. That is the main source of everything, right? And you take China. So China was the civilization was formed along the Chinese river, the Yangtze River, right? And take Harappan civilization. It was established in the banks of Indus River, yeah, and where the five rivers and tributaries it was flowing. And take Mesopotamian civilization. Okay, now it is called as Iran, Turkey, all the other regions, very close to it. Mesopotamian civilization. So where where it was established between the river banks of Euphrates and Tigris River. So there were two rivers, Euphrates and Tigris. So the whole civilization was established there. It was formed there. That was the root. That's why it's called the cradle of the earth. That Mesopotamian civilization was called the cradle of the earth. So, people, our early the humans, or our forefathers, foremothers, whatever you call. So they were moving towards from one resource to another resource. What happens, if a resource is completely exhausted? If a natural resource is completely exhausted, for example, why Harappan civilization couldn't continue. All we see now is the the left out structures and everything. No, it's like why why they couldn't continue, because that has become a barren land. Why it has become a barren land? The very natural resource, like river Saraswati or whatever, which was flowing as a part of river Indus. So that has completely dried up. Okay, completely dried up. And since the natural resource, the water was completely dried up, humans who have settled there, Harappans, they couldn't continue with their normal day-to-day life, and they couldn't, continue their economical life as well. Because for them, the water resources, everything. They traded through water, they traded in water, they traded water. Okay, so everything was happening. So that's how natural resources were very important. That's how civilizations were formed. Imagine if there is no such kind of water resource, a river or a lake or a pond, there is no such kind of water resource. What would have happened to the human? What would have happened to the mankind? So can you imagine that we would have evolved to this stage? Now we are experiencing, we are using AI and many things, right? Robotics. So would have been we would have been, do you think we would have been come to this stage? Never. So we would have established something. Our forefathers, foremothers would have established something within the forest, right? They wouldn't have come out of it, because a water resource is not available. So what would they have done? So if water resource is not available, so they would have they would have carried, or they would have saved the rainwater, and they will be using it for all their day-to-day purpose. So that's how so important is the resources, and cultivation wouldn't have happened if water is not available, and the sunlight and heat is not available, and the minerals in the soil is not available. Cultivation wouldn't have happened. We wouldn't have evolved this much. So natural resources are materials and elements that occur naturally in the environment and are used by humans to meet their needs: food, energy, shelter, raw materials for industries. So these resources encompass the air we breathe, the water we drink, the soil that grows our food, and the minerals that build our infrastructure. So these natural resources, it includes the forest, wildlife, energy sources that power modern society. So let's take a look at the list of natural resources, which we get here. Air, yeah, water, land, soil, and forest, minerals, sunlight, and wind. Is anything left off here? Is anything left off? So I think I have now listed out all the natural resources, right? Sunlight, wind, minerals, yeah, forest, land and soil, water, and air. Yeah. So why it is very important? Because it supports human survival and the development, and it forms the base of all economic activities. So no, like all the civilizations, no, it no, like when no, it was trading through their water resources. It was trading through their water resources. So like through river transportation, no, like they were able to no, like practice logistics only through, I mean, especially no through rivers, because river was their main source, no, for trading and for everything. So logistics is all no like evolved, no, like because of the natural resource only water. Okay, and not only that, it maintains the ecological balance. So these resources are of two types: renewable and non-renewable. So renewable resources, it can be replenished very naturally. We get it very naturally. We don't have to produce it. Don't have to like manufacture it, or we don't have to process it. It's already available in our environment, like sunlight, wind, water, forest, and everything. Non-renewable resources are very limited and exhaustible. The more you use it, it will become exhaust very soon. Like coal, petroleum, coal, there is no fossil fuels, natural gas, minerals, etc. So understanding the distinction between the renewable and non-renewable resources is very crucial for sustainable planning and conservation of forest. So what do you think, no, like how the pollution happens because of renewable sources or non-renewable sources? What do you think? It happens because of non-renewable sources, right? So it doesn't happen because of renewable sources, right? So because of sunlight, there is no pollution. Because of wind, there is no pollution. Because of water or forest, there is no pollution happen, right? There is no carbon footprint, no, like happening in the environment. But because of the usage, heavy usage of this non-renewable resources, no, the environment is getting polluted. So these sources, that is the renewable resources, naturally replenish over short periods. It replenishes itself. See the cycle, the rain falls, and then again, like the cultivation happens because of the rainwater, and like trees are grown, plants are grown. It like releases the oxygen, and excess moisture is like evaporated. It gets evaporated, and like it goes up, and because of this pressure, and like it forms clouds, and again it like falls as rainfall. So this replenishment, it happens over the short periods, typically within a human lifetime or less, but they suffer sustainable alternatives when managed responsibly, like solar and wind energy, forest and biomass, freshwater system, geothermal energy, etc. And coming to non-renewable resources, these resources are finite. Finite is limited, okay? And they're taking millions of years to form. Once depleted, that is, once utilized to the maximum, they cannot be replaced with meaningful human time scales. Coal, petroleum, fossil fuels, natural gas, metallic minerals, nuclear fuel. Here are a few examples. So here I have like listed out the resources, like the types of classification of resources. You can see it. Okay. Okay, let's see the basic difference between these two resources. The first one is, let's start with the definition. So resources that can be renewed and replenished, and non-renewable resources are those that cannot be replenished very easily. And the availability, it is not like available continuous, or it can no like regenerate, it can replenish itself. Renewable resources, it can regenerate itself, but non-renewable business resources, it's available in very limited quantities. How much time it takes for the renewable resources to renew? Short span of time. And non-renewable resources, it takes millions of years to form. And about the exhaustibility, not exhausted if used properly. Like everything, like wind or like water. If you're not polluting it, we can use it for a very long time. Safely, we can use it for a very long time, right? So not exhausted if used properly, but exhausted with use. And environmental impact, it causes less pollution or no pollution at all. But non-renewable resources, it causes high pollution. Sustainability factor, it's sustainable for future generations, but here non-renewable resources are unsustainable in the long run. So examples, like we have already discussed, and cost over time. So renewable resources, like for using it, for like utilizing it, it's low operating cost after the setup. But non-renewable resources increasing cost as reserves decline. That's why the cost of this coal, petroleum, natural gas, it keeps on increasing. And the energy security, renewable resources reduce dependency on imports, and non-renewable resources often increase import dependency. And many countries are like still importing from another country, like for these minerals, for these non-renewable resources. And use in power generation, for using like geothermal or whatever, like it's very clean and eco-friendly when you're using renewable resources. Like installing solar panels, and like using hydroelectric power systems, and like using geothermal energy. So everything, it's very clean and very eco-friendly actually. But non-renewable resources, it's a major contributor to the climate change. It's a vital, the factor for the pollution. Okay, let's now see about the type of water resources. So water, we know it's a combination of like two parts of hydrogen and one part of oxygen, chemically mentioned as H2O. Yeah, and there are like again types of water. First, let's see about the main classification. First, let's say surface water. That is whichever is like available um, over the land, on the land. Okay, so like rivers, lakes, reservoirs that are easily accessible and visible. And okay, so these resources support agriculture, industry, and municipal water supplies while maintaining aquatic ecosystems. Then comes the groundwater, which is not visibly seen, but it's not like under the ground. Aquifers beneath the Earth's surface supplying wells and springs. This hidden reservoir provides drinking water for billions and maintains river flows during dry periods. Even if you see like a dried bed of river, it is a dried river bed. It doesn't mean the water has like completely dried up. Actually, the groundwater will be there, like flowing underground or no available underground. So this area, this location, or this particular space, that's called aquifer. It contains the groundwater. Then comes the glacial and polar ice. That is massive frozen freshwater reserves at high altitudes and polar regions. These serve as long-term storage and regulate global water cycles and climate patterns. So, what at all they use? It serves as a drinking water for agriculture, ecosystem health, industry. For everything, we use water, right? So, yeah. So let's see, like more classifications of the water types. Surface water, that is the groundwater. That is, the surface water. So available on Earth's surface, you have rivers, lakes, ponds, reservoir streams, and these are the uses. And the groundwater stored beneath the Earth's surface in aquifers. So, like it is used for drinking, agriculture, and industries. Then comes the rainwater, that is obtained directly from the precipitation of the clouds. So, uses recharging the groundwater, and for domestic use and irrigation, we use this. Then comes the glacial water. It is stored in glaciers and ice caps. And the sources are uses are source of major rivers, long-term freshwater storage. And then the ocean and seawater, not no like not qualified for no like consuming, but it holds the every like all the ocean ecosystem it contains, right? And you can like desalinate the ocean water and you can use it, and for like farming or fisheries, for transportation, and for energy generation you can use the seawater. And finally comes the atmospheric water, that is the percentage of no humidity available in the atmosphere. So what are present in the atmosphere as vapor? Okay, it's like fog, humidity, dew, and all. And what are the uses? Fog harvesting in dry regions. Okay. So here you can see how this is the aquifer, that is the groundwater system, and this is the surface water and the rainwater and everything. This we have already like seen in from our school education, right? So I don't have to explain to you. And other than the main sources, that is, other than the glaciers, groundwater, lakes, and reservoirs, we have three more types. Pond, we know very well, pond. So that is also a source of water. Then a stream. Stream is a small river, which arises from mountains or like high hill areas. Okay, so when the rain falls, like when there is a heavy rainfall in hilly regions or mountain regions, so all the water, like it starts flowing, towards the inclined system. I mean, inclined ground. Okay. So that's the stream. Actually, when these streams, from different, sorry, when these type of streams from different locations, it joins at some point of time at some particular location and, like flows as a big river, like a huge river. So then this streams, it's called as tributaries. Okay. Then finally, lock. This you wouldn't have heard about it. Lock in, like in, I think in some European language, it's a lake actually. Lock is lake, but there is a difference. So lock is a source of a water system. This is actually not a like because of rainfall. It is not formed because of a rainfall in a shallow area, but this is the the inlet of the seawater. Actually, this lock, the water here in lock, so it's the inlet of the seawater. So how it happens? When like the sea, when high tides comes, the sea pushes the water into the backstream, right? So when backstream water, when high tidal waves comes, so what happens? Wherever the shallow region is there, the water gets deposited there. Okay, so that's how locks are formed. Lock in like an European language, it's all actually lake. Okay. Sometimes this water may be a seawater, sometimes it may be a fresh water. How it happens? So when it completely dries up, like there is a barren land when it completely dries up. So and when like rainfall comes, it becomes a freshwater lock. Or sometimes when high tidal waves are happening, very near to this mountainous region. So then the high tidal waves, gets it gets deposited, it gets flown into this the depressed areas. So that's how seawater logs are there as well as freshwater logs are there. And logs always will be, like you can see logs only in the mountain regions, not in the grasslands. Okay. If it is in the grasslands, either it is a lake or a pond. But only if it is in, like in the mountain region, it's called as log or lake, actually lake. Yeah. Then we are going to discuss about the soil. So we know what is soil or what is sand or whatever. And it's a living system actually. Soil is a living system. It's not something, like which doesn't have life. It's actually a living system. It's breathing actually. Soil is breathing. Because soil is a combination of many multi-organisms, small microorganisms. And like it is a major source of like all the minerals, whatever we are like using, utilizing right now, consuming right now, all the major sources of minerals, whatever like minerals we get from plant, that is like from the soil only. Okay, through the root system, then to the shoot system, the leaf, like everything, all the minerals like gets deposited in the leaf, right? And with the help of sun, it like process the photosynthesis and like cooks food by itself. Photosynthesis, like is cooking food by itself. The leaf is cooking food by itself and stores each and every mineral, on its, within it. And when we are consuming these, vegetables, fruits, or like whatever, greens, we are consuming. So we take up the minerals because we cannot directly consume the minerals, no, which we get directly from the soil. It's not like it's not at all possible. So these raw minerals, no, our body system, no, it couldn't take it. It couldn't digest it. So only because of no the plants, the minerals, the raw minerals is converted into a digestible mineral, and when we consume it, we get benefited out of it. So soil is a living system that takes centuries to form. Different soil types support various ecosystems and agricultural practices, each with unique characteristics affecting water retention, drainage, and nutrient availability. So, how do you think, no, soil is formed? How do you think? Let me ask you a question. How do you think sand or soil is formed? Yeah, anyone answer? How? We know how mountains have no like arised. We know how no like what are any water resources right now we have no in our environment. We know how it has formed. We know no like there was a heavy rainfall no after this Big Bang and all no like this world was formed, our Earth was formed, and you know like all the planet system, solar system, and the galaxies, everything formed, and no like it was rotating at a very high speed because of no this what do you call this high magnetic thing, and the gravity. So everything no like made the planets no like rotate at a very high speed. And after some time, like slowly, no, like it started cooling down. Every planets, no, it started cooling down slowly, and then it came to a standardized. It took up a standardized time for rotation and everything. So we know all the story, right? We know whatever has happened, no, before. So we know like how this mountains or no like how much I mean how these water resources were formed because there was a heavy rainfall no like it was happening for centuries and no like centuries. Our earth was receiving no like heavy rainfall for more than no like a million years. So and because of that only no these sea oceans and no like all the river resources no it formed actually. And we know that, but how mountains were formed? Yes, no, sorry, how the sand was no like formed? Yeah, how? Anyone?
Maybe from organic matters
Organic
or,
matters.
or human
Organic
remain.
okay, you mean the remains, organic
Oh,
remains. Okay,
yes, yes.
okay, okay, that's a hypothesis. Okay, fine.
It's
Anyone else? Uh-huh. Okay, Anu has replied from the
this
stones. Okay,
this is
yeah. We see many type of soil, right? Like clay soil, desert soil, sandy soil, soil usually, like we see in the seashores and everything. How, like from where it came, no? How it has, like come into our environment? From where it came actually? What are these actually? Okay, Muhammad Tabish has answered from hills. Okay. So Anu and Muhammad Tabi, they're almost right. They're almost right. Okay. So actually, the continuous withering and erosion of the mountains and hills and rocks, so that has like transformed into these suns. You can't imagine, like I would have happened, but no, imagine the age of the earth. Imagine, like how many millions of years, what is the age of the earth actually? Do anyone know? What is the age of our Earth? Yeah, anyone knows? The Earth we live in, right? What is its age? It's 13 billion years. Not even million, it's billion. 13 billion years. Imagine, no? Like that is the age of the Earth actually. So continuously for millions of years like thousands of years there was a continuous rainfall. There was like continuously strong winds were flowing, and so when the strong winds were flowing, it withered and like eroded the these giant mountains and no hills. So that's how no like soil was formed. That's how the sand was formed. Okay, the types of soil. And now how come no like there are so many types of soil? Why there are so many? It depends on the weather conditions of that particular location. Okay, you know that sea sand and the desert sand are one and the same. Can you imagine? Sea sand and the desert sand are one and the same, right? Both are very minute and no like very withery, right? How come? What is the connection between a sea sand and a desert sand? Yeah. Yes. Anyone? Do you know? What is the connection? Why does it look the same? Why not no different? Desert is a place where there is no water at all, right? And sea is a place where there is an excess water, though it cannot be consumed by humans, but there is an excess water. But why the type of the soil, or no like both the same? Okay, so Sabareason has replied hot temperature. Okay, any other inputs? Any other inputs actually?
Origin of
Okay, the truth.
floats.
Sorry, yeah.
Origin of floats.
It's formed
Because
naturally via the weathering rock, like it's naturally via the weathering.
Yeah,
Like
yeah, I can
mostly the
understand.
chemical compromise, like organic
Mm-hmm.
chemicals, like
Mm-hmm. Okay. Thanks for your input. But the truth is, the deserts are all dried up seas and oceans. The desert area, whatever no, like you see in TV or if you're living near to it or whatever, no, the desert area, the deserts or no, whatever, Sahara or Thar Desert or Arabian Desert or Australian Desert, wherever it is, all the deserts are the dried up sea and oceans. That is the truth. That's why, you can see the type of the soil, very safe. Okay, both are very minute and withery actually. So desert is a place where previously, before millions of years before, it was no like a water body. It was a water body. Okay, and slow after some time, it started drying up. No, in that person, rainfall has stopped. Wherever the rainfall has like completely stopped, and that location, that area, so it has become a desert. Okay, so this is the like the connection between the sea sand, sea soil, and the desert soil. Both soil are one and the same. The only maybe like few minerals maybe like here and there will be missing, but actually all the deserts are the dried up oceans and the seas. Okay. So yes, Mohammed Kabish has asked her, ma'am, could you explain a bit about soil? Yeah, we are not like speaking about the soil only. So, different soil types support various ecosystems and agricultural practices, each with unique characteristics affecting water retention. So, why were people like migrating? Why were our like all the civilizations it happened on the river banks? Why? Because the soil not only because of the river, the soil that was a fertile one. You can't cultivate like something on the banks of sea or ocean, right? You can't cultivate like you can't do agriculture. Yeah, but like on the river banks of seas or like near to a lake or a pond, you can do agriculture, you can cultivate something. And why? Because of the sand. Okay, the sand very near to the river banks or to the tributaries or to the river basins, so it contains like a hell lot of minerals, which makes it like an excellent like a place or excellent like location for cultivation. Now let's see about the types of soil. First is sandy soil. We have more. I've just listed out the main classification I've listed out here. So yes, then first comes the sandy soil. So this features excellent drainage with large particles that allow water to pass quickly. It's very low in nutrients and organic matter, requiring regular fertilization for productive agriculture. So for this type of soil, you have to like regularly fertilize, make the soil fertile. Then after you have to try the agriculture. So sandy soil. Then comes the clay soil. it retains the water. It holds the water exceptionally well with tiny, tightly packed particles. It is very rich in nutrients but suffers from poor drainage and can become waterlogged or crack when dry. So this you might have seen in like pictures and everything. The clay soil, like becoming a, like it cracks out, when it becomes very dry. Then is a loamy soil, the gold standard of agriculture combining the sand, silt, and the clay. So that is the right combination for the agriculture in the balanced proportions. It offers ideal drainage, moisture retention, and nutrient levels for most crops because water shouldn't be clogged for cultivation. Okay, so the plants will decay by itself. If you're not like cultivating in a water clogged area, the plants no like decays. And if there is no like it couldn't retain the moisture, then plant becomes dry. So there should be a balanced proportion of everything. So sand, silt, and clay, so that it no like drains the excess water, retains the available moisture, and the nutrient levels are also good, no high. Then comes the PT or saline soils. That is specialized soil supporting the unique ecosystem. PT soils are carbon rich and acidic, while saline soils contain high salt concentrations, both requiring careful management. Now we are going to see more types. First is the alluvial soil. So this soil, like whatever I have listed here, so this soil, like is abundant, in India actually. Okay, so whatever is, like natural resources, I mean the soil resource, whichever, is found here, that I have listed. Maybe in another session we will like look into where and all, in the other parts of the world these soil are abundant. So alluvial soil, you can like find it in river basins and plains. It's very fertile. That's why cultivation has happened excessively here. It's suitable for crops like rice, wheat, and sugarcane. Then is a black soil, otherwise called as a rigor soil. It is very rich in clay and moisture. It's ideal for cotton cultivation, not for rice crops, not for food crops, but for cotton cultivation. And it's very common in Deccan Plateau. You know where is Deccan Plateau in India? Which is Deccan Plateau? Which part is called the Deccan Plateau? Yeah. I'm sorry. Yes. Yeah. Forgot, right? You remember the term, but you don't know. I mean, yeah,
Can you
many of
can
us
you
do, right?
can you repeat it again the question?
Deccan Plateau. Where is the Deccan Plateau in
Yeah,
India?
I think it's
You know
southern and
what is a
central part of
plateau?
the India. Central part of the
Yes,
central and southern part of the India,
yes, correct, correct. So Deccan Plateau, you can know like
like
it has no like
Maharashtra,
it's
Telangana, Andhra Pradesh, like this,
exactly Karnataka as well.
Karnataka as well.
Yeah, and parts of Tamil Nadu as well. So that is
Mhm.
a Deccan Plateau. Okay, why it is called a plateau? What is a plateau actually? Which area is called as plateau? No, Rajasthan is not a plateau region. No, no. Rajasthan is a desert region. It's not a plateau. What? No, like location. No, it's called as no, like plateau. Yes. Okay, there are many types of landscapes, right? You have this grasslands, you have this plain lands, and you have this plateau, you have this valley, you have this mountain area, hilly area, and seashore area. So there no like many types of no like what do you say topography, right? Yes. So what is plateau? What is a plateau region? It's
Like
not a hill.
flat area, like the flat area almost.
Yeah, it's a flat area but with a rocky nature. It's
Mm.
a flat area but with a rocky nature because these plateau, no, once they were no like gigantic hills and mountains. And because of no like continuous withering for no like over millions of years, all the no like the gigantic rocks and no like everything, no, so that has withered and eroded, and it has no like made the no the region, the complete region, no, it has made it like little dry. So you have to use excess of water while you're doing cultivation in this plateau region. Okay, you have to use excess of water, and that's why crops like rice, wheat, which requires more water consumption, that couldn't be cultivated in plateau region. Okay, only dry crops like cotton and like related crops could be only cultivated. Yeah. Okay. Okay, so then comes the red soil. Again, very rich for cultivation, and but it's rich in iron but poor in nutrients. Red soil is very rich in iron, but that is why it gives a red color to the soil. Whichever you see which very rich in iron, either it will be like a it will be a shade of like black, brown, or red. So very poor in nutrients, red in color due to iron oxide, and it's suitable for crops like millets, pulses, and groundnut. Okay, and then comes the okay, 1 second. Okay, then comes the laterite soil. It is formed in high rainfall areas, so that's why it has no very low fertility. Because like wherever you see excess rainfall, the cultivation is not possible. You can like you can see it will be like very greenery. Everything is fine, but the cultivation of crops, that will not be possible because the soil couldn't drain out the excess moisture. Okay, it contains the all the moisture with it. That's why fertility, that is the cultivation, is not possible, and it's highly acidic in nature. But it is suitable for tea, coffee, rubber. That's why like all the hilly regions, these products are cultivated. These commodities are cultivated. So then comes the desert soil, very sandy and dry, very low organic matter because completely dried up, and it's found in arid regions. And finally comes the mountain soil or forest soil. It is found in hilly and mountainous regions, very rich in organic matter, suitable for fruits and plantation crops. Yeah, clear? Okay. Then we will see about the type of forest. So these are the lungs of our planet. Why it is called as lungs? Because it breathes. Yeah, forest, it breathes. Yeah, all the like the plants and like the climbers and every like greenery in the forest it breathes. So that's why it's called lungs of our planet. It covering 31% of Earth's land surface, and each forest type supports unique biodiversity and provides critical ecosystem and services. So first we will see the main classification. So first one is tropical rainforest. So why it is tropical rainforest? Because it's very close to the tropic regions, not very near to the equator. It's like very near to either to like Tropic of Cancer or Tropic of Capricorn. Okay, that's why it's called tropical rainforest. Home to over half of Earth's species, despite covering just 6% of land. Major carbon sinks found in Amazon, Congo Basin, and Southeast Asia. These biodiversity hotspots, it regulates the global climate. Then comes the temperate forest, suitable for any temperature, especially the dry temperature. It experiences distinct seasonal changes with mixed deciduous and coniferous species. We will see what is deciduous and what is coniferous, okay? Then it is found in North America, Europe, and Asia, supporting diverse wildlife and valuable timber resources. Then comes the boreal forest. That is the largest terrestrial biome, forming a green belt across northern latitudes. Especially these are found in northern latitudes. That is very near to the tropic. That is Tropic of Cancer. So cold adapted coniferous species store massive amounts of carbon in trees and frozen soils. Then finally comes the mangrove forest and coastal forest. It is very specialized ecosystem protecting shorelines from erosion and storms. It supports rich fisheries and provides nursery habitats for marine species while storing significant carbon. Now let's see, like in more detail. So this is how like tropical evergreen forest looks like. It's always evergreen because it receives like very good rainfall, and like it is very dense, And since there is a high rainfall, you cannot find the civilization, no, like much there. There will be no, like, yes, there will be small cities or towns, but urban cities, no, you couldn't, no, like, make it up here. You couldn't establish here because it remains, no, like, high, no, it receives high rainfall, no, like almost, no, like all through the year. So, for example, Western Ghats, Andaman, Nicobar Islands. Then comes the tropical deciduous. Evergreen is different, deciduous is different. Evergreen forest, it does not dries up because it receives high rainfall, almost, no, like in all the seasons. But deciduous forest, no, so it dries up at some times. Okay, and trees shed leaves in dry season. It's mostly widespread forest type, no, in all over the world. And like teak, sal, bamboo can be grown here. Then comes the thorn forest, which is, no, like a forest where no, like it is, the forest formed in deserted areas. Sparse vegetation with thorny bushes. It's found in dry and arid regions. And no, like you can see these type of forest, no, almost, no, like in all the deserts, no, all over the world. Then is the mangrove forest that is found in coastal and the delta regions. Okay, what is a delta? Sorry. Yeah. What is a delta region? Have you heard about this term delta? It's a region where the river meets the ocean, where not only the main river, but the tributaries also, no, meets the ocean. And it is, no, like highly fertile. Delta regions are highly fertile. You don't have to, know, like add fertilizers to the soil. You don't have to, know, like do anything at all. No, like you cultivate anything. You can cultivate anything in the delta region. It is highly fertile soil because that is a river basin actually, no, all the tributaries and the main river, no, it, no, like it joins the ocean just before that, no, so that area is very much fertile and it grows in saline water as well because it's very close to the sea. That's where, no, the river meets the sea. It's very close to the saline water. And examples we have is Sundarbans rainforest and, no, like mangrove forest and Pichavaram mangrove forest, no, in Tamil Nadu. Then comes the montane forest. Montane means mountain, okay? And it's found in hilly and mountainous regions, and the vegetation changes with altitude. At the base of the mountain, you can see a different type of vegetation. And as you know, like move towards the higher altitude, the vegetation also differs. And when you move to the peak, you can't see any vegetation because, no, like it's in the high point and it will be very cold there, and no, you can't do any vegetation or cultivation there. So, for example, Himalayan forest, okay, and finally the coniferous forest. That is, no, like coniferous forest. It has trees having, no, like needle-like leaves. It has, and it's found in cold regions. Why the shape? Because, no, it tries to retain the the moisture content, and not only that, wherever there is a heavy snowfall, if you have broad leaves, no, the snow settles down in that leaf, and obviously, no, it breaks the branches. So that's why, no, the vegetation adapted itself to the environment. Okay, so it's found in cold regions, and trees you can see here is pine, fir, and deodar. Clear? Then we all know, like, let's discuss about the mineral resources. So minerals are the building blocks of modern civilization, essential for infrastructure, technology, and energy production. Their extraction and use shape global economies. So you have, no, like two main classifications. You have metallic mineral resources and non-metallic mineral resources. Under metallic, you have iron high, that is ferrous, and non-ferrous, low iron metallic resources. So let's see the metallic minerals. It's iron, copper, gold, aluminium, precious metals, everything comes under metallic. Non-metallic is limestone, gypsum, salt, and industrial materials. And finally, energy minerals is coal, uranium, oil, natural gas for power generation. So where and all it is used? Either it is metallic or non-metallic or energy, where and all it is used. For construction and manufacturing, metallic minerals like iron and aluminium from the skeleton of buildings, form the skeleton of buildings, vehicles and machinery. Copper enables electrical systems that power modern life. Then is the industry and agriculture. So here the minerals serve countless applications. The non-metallic minerals. Limestone is for knowledge used in cement, gypsum for drywall, salt for chemical processes, and phosphates for fertilizers. And finally, for energy production, energy minerals are used. That is, it remains primary sources powering global economies through their extraction. It creates environmental challenges requiring strict regulation. Okay, so why sustainability matters? Why we have to manage and maintain the sustainability factor? So it is not optional. So it was optional. Like people, industrialists considered it was optional in the olden days. I mean, like this concept of sustainability, it haven't struck human mind before 1960s or 70s. It hadn't struck. Though environmentalists, like they were, like rising their voice against heavy industrialization and factories and other machineries and the vehicles giving out very polluted carbon particles, no, when they were giving out the very highly polluted carbon particles into the environment. And it was the environmentalists, who were the first, who were first to raise the voice, but the world didn't take them very seriously. Then after uh, I mean, after visualizing, no, after experiencing many disastrous events, the whole world came to know the importance of the environment, importance of the, sustainability factor. So they came to know, no, they realized that it is not good to know, completely utilize or completely scrap off the non-renewable resources. So once if they have when they have scrapped each and every bit of the non-renewable resources, it will take again millions of years for the formation of these resources. So with this understanding, it happened very lately for humans, especially only after 1980s, the seriousness of this thing, this industrialization and the carbon footprint and the green gas effect, all this has happened. So sustainable management matters because natural resources are limited and essential for human survival. Responsible use ensures resources like water, forest, soil, energy are not exhausted, allowing present needs to be met without harming future generations. It also helps to protect the environment by reducing the pollution, conserving biodiversity, and maintaining ecological balance. So sustainable management, it supports the long-term economic growth, climate resilience, and a healthier planet for people and ecosystems alike. So if you sustain, if you like stick on to the sustainability factor, it provides ecological health, it provides economic growth, as well as it provides social well-being. So how can we do this? How can we go with the sustainability? Go for renewable energy adoption. Don't go for non-renewable energy adoption. What are the renewable energy we have? We have sunlight, we have water resources, we have wind, and we have what else? We have forest, everything. So these are the renewable resources, right? So transitioning from fossil fuels to solar or wind powered or other clean energy sources, no, that is the best way to do it. And water conservation, so implementing efficient irrigation and reducing the waste and protecting the watersheds. Yeah, by that you can conserve the water. And going for reforestation programs instead of deforestation, you go for reforestation. So planting trees to restore forest, sequester carbon, and preserve the biodiversity. Then soil preservation, preserve the soil. Without soil, there is nothing. We can't survive at all. Without any of these natural renewable resources, we can't survive. So using techniques like crop rotation, cover crops, and reduced tillage. So what are the strategies you can utilize? You can go with for sustainable resource use. Strict monitor and adapt. though many organizations have started doing it, but no, like still, there is no like lot yet to happen. This is not enough actually. So if we go in this speed, maybe in another 5 to 10 years, I think no, like there was a talk, or I'm not sure whether it's true or not, but few scientists say that the fossil fuel resource, no, in the Gulf region would be exhausted in another 5 to 10 years if we go with the same speed of no like utilization. I'm not very sure about that. Maybe you people know, like you are living there, right? You all are in that particular Mediterranean, that Gulf region, right? So you may be knowing. So that's what scientists say, right? And if this utilization happens in the same speed in another 5 to 10 years, there will be an exhaustion of the, the what do you say, the fossil fuel resource, no, whatever you get from there, whether it's no like petroleum or whatever, the crude oil, no, like it gets exhausted, it will get exhausted. So that's what no they suggest. And reduce and optimize. So improve efficiency through energy saving technologies. Go for solar, go for no like windmill energy adoption and everything, and go for precision agriculture, smart infrastructure that does more with less, and recycle and reclaim. So that is the basis of the sustainability factor. So recycle, reuse, and no like repair. So recycle and reclaim, minimize raw resource demand by recovering materials from waste streams and designing products for circular reuse. Then collaborate widely with no like all the industries. No, if just one industry is no like focusing on sustainability, that's not going to happen. No, like things will not work out. So everyone has to collaborate, the public with the government, and the government with the industry with the consumers. So it is a no like a circle chain, okay, the cycle chain. So everyone has to collaborate and cooperate with each and everyone. So unite the communities, governments, and industries in shared governance that respects local knowledge and global science. So with technology and innovation, no, like you can make this happen. Advanced sensors, AI-driven analytics, and satellite monitoring enable precise resource management. Smart grids optimize energy distribution, while precision agriculture reduces water and fertilizer waste by targeting exactly what crops need. And you can go with many policies and incentives. So, effective regulations set clear limits on extraction emissions, while incentive programs reward conservation. So, carbon pricing, tax credits for renewables, and protected area networks create economic motivation for sustainability. So hope you all know what is green gas effect, the ecosystem, and what else? No, like the topography, and what else? No, like uh, how no like how no like companies, no like organizations or industries, know what measures they are taking. I mean, in each and every industry, what measures they are taking, no, to go on with the sustainability factor. Hope you will be having a no like a basic idea about it. No problem. Even if it is not no problem, we will discuss about that in detail. No, in our next session. Okay. So let's have a look out, no, like few companies which practices sustainability, no. It has made it, no, like they have made sustainability as their, no, like objective. They know they function on the sustainability. So these companies, no, they do it. Tata Group, ITC, Unilever, Patagonia, Infosys, and Microsoft, IKEA, Nestle. I have listed only, like few companies here, but a lot of companies, no, organizations, no, they have started working on the sustainability factor. Though they came to know the seriousness about it, and they came to know how no like the non-sustainability is no like impacting on the global environment, and because of that, no, why no like tsunamis, earthquakes, and no like frequent disasters like no like these whatever tornadoes or whatever. So why no like it is happening? They came to know about no all these factors, no, the seriousness of these factors, and what impact it creates on the human life. Imagine no tsunami, imagine an earthquake. So thousands of life, no, it just gets no like disappeared, no, like just in few minutes or few seconds. Think about it. So yeah, very serious issue, no? The environmental, this thing, no, carbon footprint in the environment is a very serious issue. So yes, enthusiasts like you know, like who have taken up this course BTech, so you should also be coming with many no, like innovative ideas to conserve energy, to know, like maintain the sustainability factor. So yes, I will stop here. We will discuss more if we get no, like another session next week. So yes, any questions or any doubts from your side?
Yes, ma'am. Can you repeat sustainable management matter, please?
Sorry, sustainable
Sustainable
management. So it's all about no, like taking initiatives and adapting measures, no, to maintain sustainability in each and every company, each and every industry. Not only in industry, even no, like in our own lives, no. What measures we are going to know, like take, what initiatives we are going to take to maintain sustainability, and how we are going to manage them. So we can use solar panels, solar paneled energy. We can now use it for like an alternative for, I mean, fuel energy. That is now like for electricity and everything. We can use solar power panels, and we can use no, like wind power as a resource. No, wind power we can use it, and we can use no, like this hydropower, the energy no, like manufacture, that is no, like uh, yes, produced by these windmills or no, like hydroelectric projects or whatever. Yeah, that can also be no, like we can follow it, we can use it. So we can no, like avoid consuming no, like the normal electricity no, which consumes no high fossil fuels or high carbon fuels. Clear?
So, come on. Thank you.
Yeah. Anu has said part of sustainability, avoid paper usage in most of the companies. Yeah, many companies are no, like transfer to this digitalized system. Paper documentation is not no, like followed by many organizations. They have no, like yeah, minimized, very much they have minimized. Take banks, take hospitals, you can see no, everything has become digitized. The bills, their invoices, their challans and everything, no, it has become no, like how many of us know we go to bank? It was not no, in like previous days. We just do everything no, over the phone in the digital way. Yes. Yeah. So any other inputs, questions, any doubts? Yeah, I think.
Thank you, ma'am.
Yeah, you're welcome.